it is a similar intro to yesterday, because the government, of course, when they were looking to get soccer back, said they were looking to lift the mood of the nation. Liverpool against Everton did not do that. Terrible goalless draw. Don Hutchison, Steve Nicol and Craig Burley with us. Craig, did you manage to stay awake through it all?
Actually, I did have a little nod during the first half. I had to give myself a little bit of a slap. But, you know, listen, from Everton's perspective, I think they'll be quite pleased, because that's what they are under Ancelotti in this current squad. They're quite compact, with a couple of big physical guys up front, particularly Calvert-Lewin, who run the channel. And we saw that towards the end of the game when they looked more likely to score. But I'm kind of thinking about it in a way, and I think it's more difficult for the really expansive teams to cut, like Liverpool, like City, and one or two others, to come back flying after the break, rather than a team that just, you know, works on its shape and keeps itself compact. So I think we saw that with Liverpool today, that clearly they were a long way off what we saw just before the lockdown. And, you know, in the end, Everton were relatively comfortable.
Stevie?
I think both managers will be happy with the point. You know, you're always hoping that the first game back that you will be sharp, and you pray you will. But if you're realistic, there's no way that you can be. So both managers will be happy. You know, it's the first time ever. And listen, I've played in some horrible derbies between Liverpool and Everton, but at least there was always an edge. There wasn't even an edge to this, and that made it painful to watch. I mean, I'm sitting watching it, and it reminded me of pre-season when the first team played against the reserves, and the first team were better but couldn't quite get it done. That's exactly what I thought this game was. So both teams will be happy. They both got a point. Nobody lost.
Don?
I can't really add too much to what the boys said. I mean, it wasn't a great game. Did we expect anything different, though? The last two games at Goodison have both been 0-0. So it was never going to be a classic. And as the lads have explained, when you're trying to come back from over 102 days away from football, they were never, ever going to be flying into their shape, into their style. Liverpool, I thought, started the better. They looked as though they were sharp. I thought Minamino looked sharp. But in the end, I think the second half, with the injuries that Liverpool had and Jurgen Klopp had, you had to make a lot of changes, which disrupted the game. And once you got to an hour, you just thought this is the bank of 0-0.
I was watching this though, Dan, and I thought, do you know, it's nothing's changed for Stevie, because this game never really became exciting till Dejan Lovren come on, and it's like, you know, as night follows day, he's got to be sitting in his house shouting Lovren when he come on, because he was just getting himself in the wrong positions again.
The fact that I'm now going to talk about water breaks tells you exactly what happened during the 90 minutes of this game. Do we need them, Craig? It's Liverpool and it was 50 degrees.
But, you know, at the end of the day, I get it. I've seen it on social media. If we're going to get angry about water breaks, we might as well pack in. You know, at the end of the day, it's not the heat. It's the rehydrating, and it's because there's going to be so many games in such a short period of time. Look, do I think they could do without it? Absolutely. But I'm not going to sit there nutting my head on the wall because players are having a water break on 22 minutes. It's the mollycoddled, cotton wool wrap player these days. Everything has to be right. So it's a bit of a pain, but I'm not, Daniel, I get angry about lots of things, as you know.
Yes.
But I'm really not...
I do know indeed.
But I'm not fussed.
No.
It's not. No. We've got empty stadiums. We've got crowd noise getting pumped in. Everybody's trying their best. If you're getting angry about a water break, you need to get out more, son.
Hey, you're softening, Craig. Stevie, are you as apathetic about water breaks?
I couldn't care less. I love hearing all the nonsense that. Oh, this is great, the coaches love it, and they can do this, and they can get the tactics and all this. What? That's a lot of nonsense. Players are half of them are not even listening.
Oh.
By the way, why are you holding your phone,
Stevie?
Oh, because it's the only way I can hear you.
But it's plugged in. If you've not got somewhere you could just put it down.
How do you think I hear you?
Well,
how do you think I hear you?
Yes, but you don't need
I
to
got
hold
all excited and lifted my hands.
He waves it
around
well. Danny,
Here we go. Oh, so the game's rubbish, so you're going to try and be clever now. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. If I don't hold it, it'll pop out because this is not long enough. I don't have a table that I can put it on either. So I've got it in my hand. Is that okay?
He thinks it makes him look like intelligent, Dan, or something, if you just sort of wave it about in front of your face. Rather than put it in your pocket.
Don, meanwhile, is constantly holding his phone just waiting for a text from Frank Lampard. That's just normal, whether he's on the show or not. That's it.
I've just had the longest day ever. And we're now talking about the length of Stevie Nic's cable.
Hey, listen. Is it just me? You know what's more galling than the water breaks is having to listen to. Oh well, if Liverpool get a point here and Man City, it might not happen. It's probably not going to happen. But if Man City lose or drop points against Burnley, not going to happen. But I'm just telling you anyway. Then Liverpool are going to win the league on this date at 11 a.m. and 54 seconds. They're going to win the league anyway. We don't need to know. It's like it's a foregone conclusion. So we don't need to know when they're going to win the league. They're going to win the league.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.